hold this L. What's up, everybody? I'm your host, Jump Mozzie, and this is the official Hold This L show. And today we got a good one. We got Coolie from the No Fugazee Podcast, and go over to his channel and sign up. You know, he puts out a lot of good information, but he's dealing with this dude that you can tell that he's just letting his emotions get the best of him, and it made him look real bad on this podcast. And Coolie really did a good job. This is really how you handle a person that is overly emotional. And this is a prime example when you let your feminine energy get the best of you. You know what I mean? You can't have a conversation with grown men and then you start using what Kevin Samuels would call sign language: shame, insults, guilt, and the need to be right. So I'm just telling you, bad look, fellas. So if you let your emotions get you the best of you while you're having a conversation, it looks like you're a beta male. That's what they would call it. So learn how to control your emotions, man. Your feminine energy. Learn how to control that. And when you deal with conflict, so that you ain't going out there getting in fights, killing people, and all that stuff because you're emotional. Man, get a hold of y'all emotions, man, because this is what you look like.
All right, man. So you said that basically when we peel back all the layers, the black woman is God. Before, I'm just repeating back what you said to let you know that I understood exactly what you said. You said, as you know, before we've adopted the thinking and ideologies of God, how we know it now, before that, or even if we take it away, we would see that the black woman is actually truly God. That's what
Correct.
You said, right? Okay.
Correct.
Now, where does the father, my question for you is, where does the man come in? Where does the father or the man come into this picture? The black man or any man?
All right. Now, in regards to the father is a social construct that has nothing to do with nature. What? So somebody made up this whole father aspect. Man is something totally different. You grow into the man, but we go through stages in life to get to a man. So in regards to me, I had to go from an embryo, you know what I'm saying, to an infant, to a toddler, teenager, young adult, and then I graduated into a man.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
So when we're talking about those two terms, you know, you got to go to get to a man. And then when you're talking about a father, there's nowhere that there's a father in nature. So a father would be unnatural. That's just something to compete with the woman.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Okay, so you're saying that the father is unnatural, but the woman is natural.
Correct.
Do I have that correct? And you're
Correct,
saying
correct.
The reason why, you really didn't give a reason why the father would be unnatural. So what's your reasoning that the father is unnatural? Explain, give me some logic, however you could,
Right.
you know,
the logic was nature. I said that there was not a father found in nature. There's nowhere in nature that you can find a father. You have a male, so at the end of the day, there's no father. Father is a social construct. That's something to put itself into existence to be opposite of the mother. But there's no such thing really as a father.
What? What the fuck?
Can you explain how the father is a social construct?
It's a social construct due to the fact is you're talking about a label just being placed on a man being a father. Can you be a father at 12 years old?
You stupid idiot!
I mean, I think I had when I was 12 years old, man. So
okay.
I could be a father when you're 12 years old. You could have definitely planted your seed in something. Yes. Let's just go with, do you think there's any differences between men and women?
It's kind of like you're trying to be condescending to the point where you have no comprehension. Like, you don't have no comprehension in what I'm saying to you in a response to the point where you can't fathom it. What do you mean?
No.
I don't understand what you. Then you go to the next question after you sit there and tell me that you didn't understand shit. Like
No, not
Like, we gonna turn this into. Is this some type of entertainment or something? I'm just asking you. I thought it was about the black woman as God. I don't know you. I didn't research you. I just
Totally
came over
fine.
here because. Okay. So what are we doing?
We'll speak in detail. What we're doing is having a discussion man to man, right? You just said that the man is a social construct.
I said the father is. You're saying that the man is. Right.
Okay,
there
let's
two
just
things. You asked me about the man and the father.
You said, well, that, because the father is, not from nature. And I want you to explain, how isn't the father not from nature? That's what I want you to do. I want you to explain how it's a social construct and it's not from nature.
Got him! Got him!
Because here's what I'll tell you. Nothing grows unless a seed is planted. Nothing grows on this planet unless a seed is planted. And every man holds the seed in them. Every man holds the seed of life form. Life form in us. In your sack, if you have enough testosterone, but I know in my sack, I got at least 80 million of them little niggas moving around in there. You know what I'm saying? Most men do with a good amount of testosterone. So therefore we have seed. And the life form starts there. You won't have a plant if you don't plant a seed first. So you saying that a father is a social construct is a lie, is what I'm saying. Dispute the point that the father doesn't hold the seed. So we plant the seed in a woman and then life grows from that. Women bring about life. The life form is actually in a man. So explain to me again how the father is a social construct when the father holds the seed and a woman holds nothing but eggs. She's waiting for a seed. You don't make sense, man. Let me hear you.
You haven't given me a chance to make sense. You're wrong. And you're wrong in the way to sit there and say that the sperm is a seed. How could you have seeds running up and through your body? That makes no sense. A seed is not a fucking tadpole with a tail. That's not a seed. So in regards to it, you're wrong. Now, if you're talking about an apple seed or orange seed, listen, an avocado seed or whatever the case may be, now we can get into the comparison on how the woman gives the man the whole body, the construct, the brain, the lungs, the face, the skin. She's creating a child within a womb. So she gives him the penis too. Did you forget that she gave him the sperm? So
can you explain in a scientific way, from a biological way, how doesn't a man hold the seed in the life form? You're just speaking, but I need you to peel back the layer to things and give facts. This podcast is called No Fugazee. So if I'm speaking, I'm always going to speak with facts. So here's a fact for you. The woman doesn't determine the sex of the baby. She has an X chromosome. The man holds the X and the Y chromosome, right? So here's science, right? So when a man has sex with a woman, he dictates the sex of the baby. So you just said, where do you get a penis from? Where do you get this from? Where do you get that from? You get that from the man, since the man determines the sex of the baby. Do you get it? Women only hold the X chromosome. Men hold the X and a Y.
Got him!
That's scientifically facts that proves that what you just said is nonsense, and men do dictate the sex of the baby. So if he's dictating the sex of the baby, let's peel the layer back even further. That means that the man actually dictates how many men are going to be in this world, how many women are going to be in this world. The list goes on and on. Your father dictated that you would have a beard. Your father dictated that you would have a beard and be a man. From what I could see. You get what I'm saying? Your mother didn't determine that. So you should be thanking your father, because your father truly created you.
Emotional, damn it.
Anything for that, man? Scientifically, can you dispute what I said?
You sound uneducated. Like, to the point where this is so level of surface, to the point.
God dang, man.
How could you sit here? I'm just asking you, like, how could you sit here and tell me that my father gave me what? All males are females before they turn into a male based off the decision of the mother. Every male can look at their actual scrotum sac and see a line from the bottom of their scrotum sac to the tip of their penis. All male. That means you were sold up. Your testicles are nothing but your ovaries. Your penis is nothing but an elongated clitoris.
Get the French toast out of here.
At the end of the day, you're nothing but an inside-out female. I'm sorry that this man has never been told that, and he doesn't understand that he was made in the likeness and the image of his mother. I'm sorry that before anybody ever taught him anything, his mother was there. Your mother is literally the only thing that you know in life. You don't even know if that's your father. But your mother knows if it's your father or not. You know everything about your mother because that's where you came from. That's your first home. That's your first origin. The black woman has always been considered God, even before the patriarch took over and started to actually make a male God. But it was never a male that was being God. It was always the woman. In Islam, it was the woman. In the Catholic Church, it was the woman. In ancient Egypt, it was the woman. In Samaria, Mesopotamia, Babylon, it was the woman. Phoenicia, it was the woman. Chaldea was the woman.
A bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit.
But if he doesn't know that, that means he's not reading. And I'm telling you, I'm trying to respond to the man. Even to the point where if a woman is making up your whole total makeup and she's using her menstrual blood to do it within her womb, that's why you women don't bleed for 9 months. You literally correlate a child in your womb. What does the man have to do with it? Is the man shooting blood in you, woman? Or is he literally giving you his DNA via his sperm? So when you're actually making this baby in your womb, you're using your blood. That's why you don't bleed for 9 months. When that baby comes out, that is a product of its mother. So the baby literally develops through life. As the baby develops through life, we get to puberty. That's when our body chemically starts to actually make the sperm in our body. But it came from our mother. Everything comes from your mother. You get it from your mother. Your mother is your God. Your father is not your God. The sperm in his body comes from his mother.
No, God!
Where do you think we got our body from? You didn't make this. You don't have nothing to do with your face. You don't have nothing to do with your head and none of that. Your mama gave that to you. She birthed you. How could you sit there and say that she's not your God? Your mother was God before you was taught about God. Somebody had to tell you about God in order for you to believe them. Now in your mind, that's God. But what if your mother knew she was God? She would teach you about God. How can a man be a God when he cannot produce life? A man cannot sustain life. He does not have breast milk.
Got you. You done or are you still going?
No, go ahead, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm respectful. So if you want to go and respond, you can go.
Okay. So, I mean, everything you said was just nonsense. It didn't make any sense. It didn't correlate to anything.
Which part?
And
Which
1
part?
plus
Which
1
part?
didn't add up.
Oh,
You
no.
didn't have any rebuttal to it. You just started speaking nonsense. But let me ask you a question.
I have to force myself to speak because you won't allow me to.
Does 1
You're
plus
asking
1
me
equal
another
2?
question.
Does 1 plus 1 equal 2?
No, one and one come together. They merge. That's 1, right? Think about it, right?
God dang.
When
So,
1 and
Chad,
1 come together,
proves
they
my
merge.
point.
Right?
The nigga don't
Right.
know what 1 plus
and
1 equals.
merge, right?
He said that 1
and 1
merges.
put it together, they merge. 1, right?
Oh,
if I come
God
together
dang.
with a woman, don't I go into that woman? Don't me and that
Alright.
woman go into each other? Now we 1. I got my dick, I ain't on 1. At the end of the day, what
So
you mean?
you got a
1 plus
watch
1
on your
equals
left
2?
hand. You got a watch on your left hand. If you
Right.
put another watch on your left hand, will you have 1 watches or 2 watch?
They're on the same hand. It's just 1 watch if they put together. If you leave, they merge together.
No.
You see what I'm talking about? You want me to have
If you
2.
put the watch on a different hand, would you have 2 watches on you?
I don't know. If you take a man wig off, then would you be bald headed? I don't know, bro. We all got questions that they ask. I'm really shit. I mean, what you want to do? I don't
What?
know, bro.
I'm curious.
Is we on this build? Are we on this build or what? What we gonna do?
A few moments later.
I want to know this because I spoke with, you're the 5th person I had on the podcast now that believe that the black woman is God, right? So since we know that, and you just confirmed that influence creates thinking and thinking creates behavior, you have your mind frame of how you think. I want to know what influenced you to think this way.
It's knowing versus belief. Everybody believes in God. I know God. You see what I'm saying? Knowing is being able to have logic, evidence, and reason. You know it, just like your past experiences. I know my mother. So before I learned how to talk, before I learned how to walk, before I had taught about my ABCs, before I was taught about anything, my mother was there. Somebody had to teach me, influence me, get me to think about a God that they wanted me to think about. But prior to that, my mother was my creator. So when you look at it, my mother was a black woman, and all black women are the manifestation of Mother Nature. I don't give a fuck about a book and what you read, bro. Go to nature and look at it. That is the supreme map of things. Everything in nature is telling you.
Clarence, I seen that you.
You don't have to stop me, bro. You don't have to stop me.
No. Someone came in the chat. Clarence, I see you come in here, give it 2 seconds. I'll add you in after I have this discussion with him.
I get 30 seconds to speak, like every single time.
It's a
Is that what you
podcast,
feel?
and I had
You're
someone trying to
intimidated.
join the live stream.
You're intimidated, bro.
No,
That's
no, I
all
had
it
someone
is.
trying
You're
to join the live
intimidated.
stream.
You don't want to know. You do this for content.
Intimidated?
At the end of yeah, you're intimidated. It's got to be.
Come
if
on,
I can
man.
sit there and listen to you
Nah,
and you
man.
can't listen to me.
I mean, listen,
you
bro,
told
we
us
could-
about a pregnant male rat.
And
You
Timmy,
told us
bro,
the science
I
brought
do
about a
debates with
pregnant
men
male
in
rat.
person. You could come here in person. No one's intimidated, bro. No one's.
You gotta be.
No
It's
one
gotta
feels
be
like
something.
that.
Then
You could
why
have this
won't you let
discussion
me
in
speak
person.
the whole
same way I'm
podcast?
conveying myself with you over here, it'll be
The
in
whole
person. And actually,
podcast,
it'll
bro.
be more intense.
Listen, y'all.
We said that influence creates thinking, thinking creates behavior. You think that the black woman is God. I want to know what influenced you.
Looking for God.
Okay? Explain, elaborate. What did you
God
find
has-
that made you really think that the black woman is God?
My mother
Like
was
you-
in my
you-
face the whole time. She was in my face the whole time. I didn't realize
okay.
that was God. So they told me that my mother, everything was outside of me. They told me that everything else was my mother. Everything else is God but your mother. And then you look at why they oppress every woman in religion. Christianity, their God says it's okay to rape a woman, defile a woman. Islam, they say it's okay to rape a woman. Allah is literally a lot. So they literally define everything in women. It's all about women oppression and for women not to realize that they are the true creators. That's why the patriarch took over. The patriarch literally took over the matriarch. The matriarch had always been in rulership. That's why they studied the goddess Hathor. They literally was with the queen of heaven in Jeremiah 44. They spoke about the goddess everywhere. Tuarat was the
I
first
have another
deity
question for you,
that was
too.
ever worshipped. See, like I said, I get 30 seconds.
Oh, no,
If
you
don't
explained
really
it.
wanna
Now I
do
have
this-
another question for you.
see, I'm saying I wasn't done.
Oh,
That's what I'm
you have
saying.
more?
Let me know
Go-
how long I'll get. I mean, you just stopped me. You're going to keep doing it, so go ahead.
I mean, it's
It's
you
okay.
explained
It's
all the way
okay.
down to
Go
how it
ahead,
went.
bro. Go ahead.
Got
Go
it.
ahead, bro.
So,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
and also, I'll just give you the rules of the podcast. So get used to it. So guess what? This is called order, right? Men create order. This is my platform, so there's a hierarchy to things. It's my rules, so if I set the rules and you follow the rules, right? When you have your own podcast and you invite me on, you set the rules and I follow those rules. Life is in hierarchy. So I have a question for you.
So
You
then you
just
don't
said
want-
that
you
the
don't wanna hear it.
matriarchy. I have a question for you. Listen, you
Of course,
just said
you just
that
had
the
a question for me.
you just said that the matriarchy was taken over by the patriarchy. How can
Correct.
if the matriarchy is natural, right? It's a natural way of life. It's nature, right? You said the father doesn't come from nature, but the woman does come from nature. If that's the case, if the woman was first, you say that the woman is first. My question is, if the woman came first and you think the black woman is God, why is it that she's always being taken over by a man? Wouldn't
Who
you
said-
think? You just said that the patriarchy always takes over the matriarchy.
I'll let you finish so I can speak. Go ahead.
That's my question. You just said that the patriarchy always takes
I know
over
what
the
I said.
matriarchy. How can you say and even think logically that the woman came first if she's not strong enough to defend for herself? Answer it now.
Oh, I'll calm down a little bit. Now, let me answer. In regards to the patriarchy taking over the matriarchy, it had nothing to do with strength. You got to understand that's brute strength. So what it was the son turned against his mother. The son literally turned against his mother. So instead of being the protector, the son became the predator. And then Christianity and all of these other religions were created to teach men that they were higher than women. How do you think the oppression started, woman? They needed religious context to literally turn your man against you. You can look throughout all the religions.
Did you
and
ever
you can
think
see
that the
when you were
woman,
governing.
that the man is just stronger than a woman?
Emotional, damn it!
Do you ever just think that the man is just stronger than a woman and more superior than a woman?
You's a bitch, nigga. On my
Did you ever
mama,
think
you a
that?
bitch. Fuck
Say that
wrong
to
with
my
you, bro?
face, man. You
I
welcome
said
here. I
you's a
have you
bitch,
on.
nigga.
I
I
have
don't
you
give a
on.
fuck. Where you at,
I have
nigga?
you
I
on,
don't give a
bro.
fuck. Smash the shit out your
Listen,
pussy ass.
actually, here's what
You's
I'll
a
do
little
for you,
bitch.
because I've been waiting
All
for
you
someone
do, all
like
you
you.
do. Yeah, I'm right here.
I'll send
right
you out here.
You's a bitch.
I'll send
Fuck
you
talking
out
about?
here, right? I'll
The
send you
fuck
out
out
here.
here. What you diddy now?
I'll
You
pay
diddy?
for your ticket to come
Nigga
out here.
diddy.
I'll pay
You know
for
what
your
I'm saying?
ticket to
What's
come
the
out
fuck?
here, and we can do this debate live in person.
Oh,
And I guarantee you won't have that energy in person. I guarantee you it. I had another man talk crazy just like you, but in person, he wasn't speaking that crazy. It was a entirely different story.
Bro, you can tell everybody in the room can see you a bitch, man. Everybody in the room can see you a little hoe, bro.
Now you're making ad hominems. No one made ad hominems about you. This nigga looking like a fake Drake over here, man. This nigga looking sweet as cheese. How you over here trying to act hard when you get your eyebrows done every day? This nigga looking sweet. This nigga sweet as pie with that little chain on. Nigga squinching his eyes. Nigga, what's in your eye? Why you keep squinching your eyes like that? Trying to have the light skin look. Yeah. Come on, bro. Calm down with all that, nigga. Let's have a regular discussion. You making that hominem attacks. I ain't make none on you. You made them first. So we can either finish this debate.
Screw the whole white boy, bro. Like,
this guy said a white boy. Just because you can't articulate yourself. Just because you can't articulate yourself.
What the fuck is you talking about?
Doesn't mean that I'm a white boy because I can. That don't mean that, nigga. Chat is clowning you right now. But anyways, bro, here's what I'm saying, man. Everything that you said is all false because the root of it, the cause of it is false. The man is superior than a woman. Why doesn't a matriarchy?
The matriarchy will always be in existence. It's just been hijacked by the patriarchy. You want to still produce us. You just chill for a minute. Can you give me a little bit so I can talk to people to get them to understand why I'm coming from?
No. It ain't going like that. That isn't how this goes, bro. Because you're not answering questions, bro.
I'm tired of your questions. Just let me speak.
Listen, man, if you're tired of the questions, then you can hop off the stream, bro. You just speaking nonsense right now.
Frustrated. Like I said, you're intimidated. For you not to let me talk, but I'm over here.
Nigga, you look like a broke Drake, nigga. Who intimidated?
I know, bro. You said that. You said that already.
No one said broke. That was different. See, you can't listen. You don't have good active listening skills, buddy. You don't have good active listening skills. Low IQ.
You got a man wig on. You got a man wig on, and you talking about Drake, man.
This nigga said a man wig, bro. My hair is just long, man. It's just long.
Okay, well, line that shit up. Mind your shit up. Mind your shit up. You see that shit?
Look at your headline, buddy.
You sitting there. Look at it. It's lined up, nigga. What the fuck is wrong with your shit?
Your junk leaning over here, bro.
All right, bro. All right.
Your junk tilted.
That's what we get.
Anyways, so
intimidation.
Like I said, there's a hierarchy. You started the ad hominems. I didn't start the ad hominems.
You don't want me to speak.
But here's what it is. It's a hierarchy to things. So if you don't want to follow the orders, you can hop off the stream or I'll kick you off the stream.
No, I don't understand. Man, you's a bitch anyway, nigga. You didn't want to do nothing anyway. You got your ass murdered over here. You got your ass murdered over here.
I mean, you believe that 1 + 1 doesn't equal 2.
You call it whatever.
And
you
I already said we could have this live stream in person. And I trust you in person. You wouldn't have this energy. I'll literally fly you out.
Out you, man. Y'all beat the fuck out you, bro. I'm not no
out here, bro.
I'm not your little boy. I'm not
I'll bring you out here.
You're talking.
I'll bring you out here.
You're just talking. We're talking.
Do you take my offer? I'll actually offer you. So this is what men do. This is what men do. Because let's see if you're really man of your word. Men are men of their word. So here's my word. I'll fly you out here and we can have this debate in person. I'll put it on my word. If you really want to come out here, I'll fly you out here and we can do it in person. And after that, we could box. How about that? Let's do it. If you really feeling froggy, nigga, leap. I'll send you out here. I'll put that on my word. And we got hundreds of people in here. No. You want to approve to that offer? If not, then shut up, nigga, and pay attention to the hierarchy. Here's the rules. So I'm going to ask you questions, and then you're going to listen, and you're going to answer these questions. Because you're just talking just to talk. Do you understand? So, question here.
You's a scary little boy,
cool, man. You still talking, bro.
A scary little boy,
question here.
I'm from Chicago, puss ass nigga.
You
still talking about flying out a nigga and fighting. You talking about flying me out and trying to box and have a debate.
My finances is good. My finances is good. I've been waiting for somebody like you that's talking spicy. This is what I do.
I told you you's a bitch,
This is what I do, man.
You's a bitch. You don't do shit. You can tell you a white boy. You a little white boy that likes to play.
I see that you ain't want my offer, but listen, homie had to go. He just talking to talk.
Let me get it. Oh, it's an L for you. Here, you can have it.
Old L's every day.